تذكر يوما كنت تعانق دمعة الفكر تناجي الله في صبر وترجو رحمة تسري فعاش القلب.
Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. My name is Ali. Some of you might know me through the Dawah project. I'm involved with a lot of Dawah. You can go onto my page, the Dawah project. And now basically I've joined the Muslim youth movement. So my whole show is going to be based on different topics. Be sure you're tuned in and make sure you subscribe because very interesting topics are going to be happening. You will find out how men really think. Yeah, bro, basically what I want to talk with you guys is like, I've been recently getting a lot of emails here on my page and I'm getting sisters crying their eyes out, right? One over another, right? Why are sisters falling for these traps, bro? You know, why are they so naive? You know, it's just so simple, right? I'm just getting sisters messaging me, crying their eyes out. I met a guy, he told me to meet him somewhere, we went out. After that, this happened. Yeah. Why are sisters falling for these traps?
Well, what trap you talking about specifically? Like being cheated on or just falling in love?
Not cheated on. They end up meeting a guy,
yeah,
right? Giving their number out,
yeah,
right? Guy gives her false promises, yeah, tells her, you know,
I'm gonna marry you,
I love you, I'm gonna marry you,
yeah,
I need some more time,
yeah,
all these kind of excuses. And
yeah,
the sisters are literally falling for this,
yeah,
and it kind of baffles me. I want to know why. You know, you should know if a man really loves you,
yeah,
he will not go around saying I need more time or this, that. He really loves you, he'll come and ask for your hand.
yeah.
Even if he wants to get to know you, he can do it in a halal way, right?
You know what it is, Happy, yeah? See, with regards to women, every girl,
Yeah.
deep down, every Muslim girl at least, even I'm talking even from Jahiliyyah experience, yeah?
Yeah.
Even if she's not practicing, no matter how loose she is, they all want a good guy. You know what I'm saying? They all have this dream about, you know, one day I'm gonna marry a good guy, I'm gonna marry a guy that's gonna better me or something like that. Like I remember one time in uni there was this one girl, obviously these times I was Jahil, so you know, obviously now we don't communicate with females, but them times, you know, there was a girl in my class, she was a Muslim sister, but she weren't fully practicing. And once this brother walked past and he was like in a nice beard, mashallah, thobe, white thobe, miswak, everything, yeah, that kind of thing. And she just stopped and was like, you know what, that just makes my heart beat real fast. When I see a brother like this, because this is like my dream guy, yeah. So they're attracted towards that. So the moment they see a guy who they appear to be good looking and like and pious to some extent, they feel attracted to it. And they're like, this might be my guy. And I'll give you just a brief example from my past, just to show you of how much this is. Like back in Jahiliyyah, I was in like college 6 times, yeah. I used to be very Jahil, yeah, to the point where I was making music, getting into fights, doing this, kicking off this, and I used to remix, yeah. I remember there was this one girl, and she said in front of a couple other people, and again, this is not me getting big-headed, I'm just doing,
No.
we have to talk from experience, innit?
Of course, we've got to be honest.
She was like, look, yeah, you're a perfect guy, because she goes to me, look what she said. She goes, you can rap, like you don't take nothing from people, and you're religious. Look at the contradiction. You rap, you don't take nothing, meaning like you're aggressive, you get back, and you're religious. Because every now and again I would go to the mosque, and every now, because when my dad raised me, every now and again I would drop in a mashallah, inshallah, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So they thought I was religious. So just from that, like just when they hear anything religious coming from a guy, they think, yo, and if the guy gives them time, they think this might be my man. It's like
they're fooling themselves.
Exactly.
It's like they're saying, you know what, I saw something a little bit religious.
Yeah.
It's cool.
It's
cool. Because what they're attracted to more is the bad boy stuff, or the rapping you're doing.
Exactly.
But when it's a little bit religious,
exactly. But you know why? It's because their fitrah wants them to have someone good, and also because they think this good person will help me become better. This is a #1 mistake, where they think I'm going to get with my man, because my man's going to improve me and bring me closer to God. But you see, you can't. This one thing that sisters, they fail to understand is that you can't have a healthy blossom from a corrupted seed. Do you get me? Meaning you can't do something bad and expect something good to come out. You can't have a haram relationship and think he's going to bring you closer to Allah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want to come at it from a different perspective, like from the perspective of why a brother would, you know, want to be with a sister like that, and why he would take advantage of you. Because sisters might be watching and thinking, okay, like, I like this guy, and you know, he's a nice guy, but why would he want to take advantage of me? He seems to love me, he buys me flowers, he takes me to the Gucci store, he buys me a belt, whatever it is, you know. He does whatever he wants, innit? So he takes me cinema, he takes me out. And they might be thinking, why would he want to take advantage of me? Now what sisters don't seem to understand generally is the way that brothers think of them.
Exactly.
For a guy, a woman is the biggest fitna. It's like Allah says in the Qur'an, like the plot of the shaitan is da'if, it's weak. And the plot of the woman is azim, it's strong. Yeah. Now Allah like compares the plot of the shaitan to the plot of the woman in the Qur'an. Now in comparison to the plot of the shaitan, the woman's plot is much greater. We know this for a fact.
Yeah.
And why is that? It's because she's like, when a guy's around a woman, he'll act different. He'll want to please her, even subliminally. Even if she's in the same room as him, she's sitting over there.
They have more of an influence. It's like Fir'aun.
Exactly.
He knew that a boy from the Banu Israel would overpower him. He wanted to kill him all. But his wife said, "Can we keep him? Can we keep him?"
Exactly.
Fir'aun. He's
Exactly.
like, sorry.
Yeah. So women tend to have this huge influence on men.
Yeah.
Like whether you're on crystal meth, crack, whatever.
Yeah.
The biggest drug for a man is the woman.
So it's a man's weakness. We're
Exactly.
not saying a woman's a saying, like just saying, we're just saying that's his biggest weakness.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's true, bro. There's sisters fall for this. That's why I don't get. They think when a man really loves them, he shows it by buying them flowers, taking her out for meals, buying them this or that. If a man really loves you, that's cool. He can do that. Marry you, then take you out, then buy you meals, then buy you this and that. That's fine. So what is we're saying? Look, that's all fine. After he marries you, if he's a real man, he will not go around wasting your time saying, okay, this, that, I'll buy you this. No, he will come up to you and be sincere. If he wants to get to know you, there's another way to do it, bro.
Yeah, 100%. But just, you know what, yeah, your point is sick, and I want to come back to that, yeah, but I just want to mention something that he was saying that's very important as well, yeah. He was saying that it's the man's biggest weakness, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, I just want the sisters to visualize this, innit? Yeah. I want you to imagine someone who is, like we just established that this is a drug that is more powerful than heroin and whatever. It's actually psychologically proven that the effect of a man being aroused by a woman is 10 times stronger and more intense than the effect of cocaine. You see what I'm saying? So you can imagine how intense his attraction is. Now imagine you have someone who's addicted to heroin or addicted to cocaine and they're going through these withdrawal symptoms. They're becoming desperate with regards to wanting to catch another line, sniff another line, or catch another ounce. Yeah. They're becoming desperate. What are the things they're going to do? Actually, they will rob you. They will take a knife with AIDS, stab it in just so they can have £10. They will do whatever they can just to soothe and their addiction. You know what I'm saying? Just to feel that craving. And we said the addiction of a woman is much worse. So the way these men see you is like a crack addict sees crack. Exactly. They will do whatever they can to get to you, even if that means lie to you and pretend that they're your friends, your companions. They're coming at you because they care for you. Guys are very good at lying. I've been with a bro who's lying to one chick and one time and the next second he's texting another chick and telling them the same lie. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, that's the case, that's the problem. Do you understand? They are doing, like you said, they will do anything, right? They will do anything to get what they want. And the sisters will see that. In the future episodes, they will see that. Today we went out in Westfield, right? They will see, they might look at us and say, you know what, another fatwa, right? No problem. Next episode, when sisters watch this, watch what we asked men and how they responded, their mouths will drop. Their mouths will drop, bro. Because these guys are telling us, like, I don't want to give an insight, they're telling us, I will lie to build that trust. So what it is, they're saying we will do anything, we go up, down, left, right, anything to get what we want.
And also you said they didn't want to bait their faces out, did they?
Bro, the funny thing is, we approached probably 20 people, and these guys are like, we will say, okay, we want to do this, that, okay, cool, and we'll give them a bit of an insight. Oh, what's the topic? This, that. Oh, nah. Why are they so scared? Why are they scared of being exposed? Do you get it? I went to one guy and all I said was, okay, we're just going to ask you 2 questions. First question, when you see a woman in a review of clothing, he went, sorry bro. So what it is, you see, they don't want to be exposed. Because the thing is, in some of the videos, the sisters will see that men, we interview them, but their faces are not there. Right? Why are they hiding for? What was it hiding for? And the brothers,
it's not like they did some murder or something.
Yeah. And also, I want to know, the ones, there is some brothers out there that they want to film for other reasons, right? Not that we're saying they're all like that. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And some brothers were honest, and inshallah they'll see that. But it's a big problem, man.
And you see also what you said about if you like to do things the right way, and you can go out on dates and do this and this, but you got to do it after marriage. Again, come back to the initial point that I was making, that they think that Abra is pious and they feel attracted to him, and they think that he will bring her closer to God, and he will help her improve and better herself. On a real thing, akhi, yeah, you have to understand that any guy who opens his arms to you, or opens his doors to you, and you think he's religious, and he does that in any other way other than him asking for your dad's number, he's fake.
Yeah, dad's number. Even he can like, you know, if he's a real man, he will approach you and say, look, sister, look, it's okay, sister, I saw you, right, and I just want to get to know you, right. I want to talk to your wali or whatever. Do you get it? You can do it the halal way, bro. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And like, what's your take on this, Musa? Like,
yeah, it's very. I mean, because as we know, when a man and a woman are alone, in a room, the third person with them is the shaitan. Exactly. So in the same way, if you're alone in a WhatsApp conversation or Facebook conversation, or you're alone in your McDonald's and you're chilling and you're wherever you are, and you're talking to the girl, and that the third person who's there is a shaitan, and he's mediating everything that goes on. He's whispering in her ear, and he's whispering in his ear as well.
You know what it is? Sorry, bro. So Kyle, I had a message from a sister. Okay. She said she's like, you know, she practices this, that, and she was getting to know a brother, all halal, right? And both of them are pious, right? They somehow, I don't know, I think they were in the car or whatever, I don't know, This is what happened. What I'm trying to say is this: you two are pious, no problem, but the Satan isn't pious. We haven't got a problem. You two are pious, I know, but the Satan isn't pious. He has an objective to fulfill, right? So when you come together, don't think, okay, we're both pious, nothing will happen. This sister told me something happened, not zina, but something happened. So do you see? You're both pious. But
shall I tell you something? Even this, what piety in Arabic is taqwa. Taqwa means to be conscious of Allah, right? Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu, he explained it as basically, someone asked him, what does taqwa mean? And he said, basically, imagine there's glass on the floor, and you're trying to walk through the glass, making sure that you don't cut yourself. And if you do cut yourself once, next time you walk, you're going to walk even slower, because you know what it's like to be cut. He says, that's taqwa. Meaning that you're careful how you do things, and if you do end up doing a sin, you're careful, i.e. the glass is the sin. You see these sins around you and you're like, I don't want to fall into the sin. And if you fall into the sin, like you cut yourself on a glass, you're like, oh snap, next time you're even more careful, you won't go near that sin, right? So in essence, it's basically knowing that Allah is watching you and you can't commit these sins, right? That's taqwa, God consciousness. The reality is, how can you say that you're pious, that you have taqwa, if you're sitting there with a chick or if you're sitting there with a man, knowing that Allah is watching you? Because the whole point of being pious is that you know Allah is watching you, so you don't do that. So don't tell me you're religious. Don't tell me that you're on the deen, that you're practicing, when your very act testifies against the reality. You see what I'm saying?
I mean, that's when the stuff starts going downhill. Because you see now a brother's sitting there with his sister alone. And the brother, the shaitan is, putting plots and plans in his head. Okay, do this, say this to her, get her here, get her sweet spot, and then bang, that's it. They're alone in a room, whatever. Anything can go down. If Yusuf alayhi salam, who's a prophet, sent by Allah, can feel an attraction to a woman like that, anyone can.
Allah says that he would have done it.
He was inclined.
Exactly, and he would have done it had Allah not shown him the evidence.
Exactly.
He would have basically, not that he would have done it, but he would have fallen into difficulty if Allah had not shown him the evidence in Qur'an.
So, like I said, bro, this is our first show, right? So, but personally, how would you, just give a quick summary to the sisters, how would you advise them? What should they do? Right? Because we're going to have different episodes. We're going to be talking about many topics. Well, we've got many topics on the go, and inshallah they will see that. So what would you advise sisters, bro?
One thing that I would advise sisters is, look, if you're talking to a guy, and he's doing certain things, which inshallah we're going to address in the future episodes. We're going to address certain things, certain tactics that people use, to get the sisters in. But you're talking to a guy, and he hasn't mentioned marriage. He's taking you out to all sorts of restaurants and that. He's taking you to the cinema, and he's proper sweet talking on WhatsApp, and he hasn't mentioned anything about marriage. He hasn't mentioned anything about your dad or your brother. Just be careful of a guy like that, because you don't know how guys think, and guys are out there for a purpose. Sometimes the purpose will be marriage, sometimes it'll be getting you in their bed, very frankly. So just be careful, inshallah.
We'll still find out in the next episode. What about you, frankly? How would you advise?
You know what my frank advice is, and this is me being straight up here, is to subscribe to this channel. And I'll tell you why. Because through this series, we're going to be showing the sisters the inside of a man's mind.
Yes.
Right? I used to basically study. I want to be honest. Astaghfirullah. Back in Jahiliyyah, not just me. Do you know what men do, akhi? They study and they research female psychology to understand the mind of a woman. You know how many books, how many videos, lectures, online seminars we sign up to? Yes. How many articles we read?
It's
just
probably
to understand.
multi-million industry.
You see what I'm saying, akhi? Now, the point is this, yeah. The point I'm trying to say, this is something that men do.
Yeah.
Men spend time, whether they buy a book or not, but whatever, they spend time trying to get inside the mind of a woman.
Yeah.
The reason why they're able to get inside because they understand how the mind of a woman works.
Yes.
And that's what game is. Akhi, I'm telling you, yeah, all these seminars, whatever, you've even got women that are now writing books just to make money of how a woman's mind works, how to seduce women. So we're going to show you the inside of a man's mind so you know not to fall into those traps. And by the way, look, we're not exposing ourselves here. Right? We're not glorifying. We're being real. Umar radiallahu anhu, obviously when he was reminiscent about how he was worshipping the date, he was laughing himself, mocking himself that I took this date as a god but then I eat it. So he's mocking, we're not glorifying, we're deriving lessons from it. Yeah? So I'm not here, I'm obviously, you know what I'm saying? So don't come out there and use this against us when we're trying to benefit.
No. We're doing it for their benefit.
Yeah.
If we didn't love our sisters for the sake of Allah, we wouldn't come up here, we wouldn't go out there. And these videos are just one. Do you get it? Me personally, me personally, I would advise sisters, wake up. Right? You need to wake up, open your ears and listen. Any guy that comes up to you with all this crap is simple. He's after one thing. Don't come and say to me, he loves me. He buys me flowers. If a man really loves you, he will marry you then buy you flowers. He will marry you then take you out for dinner. He will marry you and buy you gifts. Right? So don't be naive. We're doing this whole show, putting our time into this to tell you the tactics these brothers, I don't even want to say brothers, these guys out there using to get you into their bed. So wake up and inshallah subscribe, and in the future episodes you will see how men really think.
And I want to burst your bubble here. I want to end on because I like to burst bubbles. For those of you that have a boyfriend and you think you're in love, there's no such thing as love before marriage. No,
it's no buts.
There's no love before marriage. And we'll prove it to you, inshallah.
You don't need to prove it, they're living it.
Yeah.
No friends.
But we'll prove it to you anyway. You get me?
Yeah, subscribe inshallah.
والشكر تقبل صاحبي منا نسيم الحب والشكر أتذكر يوم أن كنت تعانق دمعة الفكر تناجي الله في صبر وترجو رحمة تسري عاش القلب إخلاصا وصرت تحوم كالطير تحلق في ثقافات وتنهل من ربى الخير تخرج حلمك الأغلى فما الروض بالزهر إليك تهنئة تلون فرحة العمر فينمو الورد بساما وينشر أطيب العطر وتحيا في نجاحات بنور الحق والنصر تخرج حلمك الأغلى فما الروض بالزهر إليك تهنئة تلون فرحة العمر فينمو الورد بساما وينشر أطيب العطر وتحيا في نجاحات بنور الحق والنصر